welcome to 13 of 4. We've got quite a bit going on in this episode. So firstly, we're just going to kind of be doing some maintenance stuff. Like, for example, we have accidentally played this day as 13 of 4. But officially Thursday starts 13 of 4, but this is the last day that the spreadsheet and the videos don't fully line up. So after this, it will be fixed. But we have quite a bit going on. So Cecilia's pregnant with a baby. I don't know what it is right now. So she is pregnant, so we should be having a baby this episode. And we are also aging up our twins, or at least one of the twins, into toddlers. So I did roll for them in the last episode, and unfortunately Thomas does not survive to toddlerhood, but Juliet does. So really quickly, we'll just be working on that stuff. I'm just gonna have her harvest these dragon fruits right now. I did plant them without really realizing that they were only a fall fruit. So yeah, so she's just gonna harvest these and evolve the plants that can't be evolved, and just kind of go about the collection. And I'm gonna sell them. Ooh, 5,000. Wow. Okay, so that's a pretty good chunk of change right there. But yeah, so she just leveled up her gardening skill. I'm so sorry for the background noise. Every time I try to do this voiceover, I have 2 cats and they are both acting ridiculous. And it always happens as soon as I go to record. But so we are going to be aging up the 2 infants today. So I'm going to go ahead and age up Juliet first. Or I'm sorry. Yeah. So I wind up actually taking care of that later on, but right now I'm just trying to get Cecilia's needs. I don't remember when I delete the mod for the infant needs, but quite frankly I cannot wait because this is all crazy. So I'm just trying to fill everybody's needs. Lilith, please go home. And we are in labor. None of my pets can behave. So Cecilia is currently in labor. We're gonna go ahead and start her home birth. Actually, no, wait. I think the game glitched, so I wasn't able to actually have her have the baby. I had to like cheat her to give birth, I think. I don't remember. These episodes are pre-recorded, so it's been a little bit. I could be wrong though. I don't really remember. But so we are in labor. Let's see what we're having. Alright, so we're gonna have her work on getting dilated, so she's gonna breathe. And then this was glitching so much. And I also was trying to figure out the home birth mod. I don't know if it's just me. It probably is. But basically, so I'm just trying to get her to be dilated so that she can have the baby. And this is when I realized that I never started her home birth. So it is now Thursday morning, so it's the first day of 1304 officially. But I did want to keep this part in just because of the fact that she had gone into labor, so that it didn't just not make any sense. But so she's in labor, we're going to be having a baby, and we'll see if they survive, and then we'll be working on the twins getting aged up. Also, I did not take screenshots for any of this part just because I was still trying to figure everything out. So I get no cute thumbnails until later on. But look how adorable it is when he sways with her. Like, it's just so stinking cute, and it makes me love them. So in my mind, basically they got married technically out of convenience, but they truly did love each other, and I like to think that that love kind of helped them with the marriage of convenience. But Cecilia would have married William, and this is when I realized that she wasn't progressing, so I put her into labor into this. I also accidentally learned that we were having a boy, but again, I couldn't figure out why her labor didn't progress, because it kept saying, like, you're not dilated yet, no matter what I did. So I wind up just continuing to do this, and then I moved the pillows down on the bed and was like, let me see if that works, just to fix it. And of course, as soon as I did that, she either became ready or that's why it wasn't working. I'm not really sure. But we are having the baby now. And again, I really wish that I had thought to get screenshots, because this is, maybe not this part, but the first part of the home birth is really pretty and cute. And so now we're just rolling for Cecilia, who lives, and the baby lives through birth and through infancy, and we name him Wyatt. He is our first male heir, and they are just, it's really weird, like neither of them are vampires, but he, if you notice, it was showing that he was a vampire. So it's really odd, because neither William or Cecilia are vampires. So now we're having to kill Thomas. Poor little Thomas, our initial heir, who did not live to toddlerhood. And then we're going to be aging up Juliet so that she can be a toddler. And I was going to do a thing where if the child who is a toddler, since you can plead, re-rolls, then they survive. But I decided not to at the last minute, just because I felt like it was extra cheating. And then I was trying to fix Catherine so that her age aligned with the spreadsheet, and so I had to fix her to be a toddler. Okay, so I'm just trying to redo the house, because we now only have one baby in the house, and hopefully no more multiples. But yeah, so I'm just trying to take care of this baby, and I have never realized how annoying baby crying is when you speed the video up. So I'm gonna apologize in advance. But also, like, they wouldn't take care of him whatsoever until I tried to move him, and then he fell asleep. So that was fantastic. But finally, she was able to take care of the baby. And then we were trying to age up Juliet. She wound up not aging up to a toddler on the right day. So I actually had to update the times for her as well. But here I am just adding the babies to the spreadsheet and indicating that Thomas did die before he made it to toddlerhood. So he would have been 1 when he passed away. Oh no, sorry, he was 2. He was 2 when he passed away. So I went ahead and got that updated, and then I got Juliet updated as well. And then all these babies are being born right now, so I'm just trying to work on the spreadsheet, and then basically just speed run all these kids, because the game does not like to name them. Apparently they just want me to name them with neighborhood stories, even though I really wish that they would just name them for you when they're there. And then So they're just playing with Catherine, and Juliet would not age up. So finally, I just aged her up to a toddler in MC Command Center. And finally, she aged up. And originally she rolled fussy. I decided that's not gonna happen and made her independent. Alright, and then oh my gosh, this baby noise. I'm so sorry. In the future I'll probably just like cut that out. But so I'm just placing the crib in the inventory. I randomly had trash. And then I'm so sorry, I put the baby outside. I tried to download the invisible, or I guess I still had the invisible bassinet mod at this point, but it doesn't end up working for me. I'm not really sure what I'm doing at this point. I guess I was trying to see if like the game bassinet worked, because I randomly got a different one. But unfortunately it didn't work. I wound up trying it out anyway, and the babies just kept coming in a regular bassinet. So I don't really know what I'm doing wrong with this mod, but I just got annoyed and stopped trying to do anything with it. But yeah, I did try it on this one, but it just stopped working. So now I have to bring the baby back into the house after I put him outside. Oh my gosh. So in the future, what I'll probably do is just like really, really lower the game audio, kind of like I did today, where it's really low, but you can still hear it a little bit. And now I'm just giving Juliet her toddler makeover. So I had previously given Catherine hers, but I attempted to fix her age in MC Command Center and accidentally aged her up. So I had to go in and fix that. And as you guys know, I don't really have any infant or toddler CC at this point other than this. So I just did my best with what I had and just kind of gave her a generalized makeover. I didn't really plan for her to be in that for a long time anyway. It's just more so like, okay. But this is what I had at this time. So basically we're gonna just kind of imply that Catherine gave Juliet her hand-me-downs when she grew up. So yeah. And then I wound up just using a lot of the same stuff for Juliet that I did for Catherine earlier in this series, where like a little romper. I was trying to see if any of the cottage living stuff was plain, but it wasn't. So I thought that this little dress thing was cute, and I figured like, hey, you know, if it's tied with rope, it makes sense a little bit. So I just put her in that. And then the same dress for her party outfit. Very, very similar stuff to her older sister, and basically just trying to take the easy road. I do end up going back in later on and getting some more CC for toddlers and infants, and I think I downloaded a baby onesie or something just to kind of give them something going on, but I didn't like her hair like that. I really liked the idea of her having the curly hair like her mom, but her dad's coloring, so that's what I wound up doing. And then I had to give her eyelashes. I can't remember if I had done this with Catherine, but I feel like I did. I usually try to give them eyelashes because in my opinion it just makes it look and feel more realistic. So that's pretty much it, and this is Juliet wheeled. She's such a little cutie, and then I'm gonna grab her picture and put it on the family tree. And I do like the family tree app that I use because, like I said, you can add multiple photos on there. I did not add infant pictures in, nor did I add many infants onto the tree unless they made it to being a toddler. I believe I go in later on and take Thomas off, but I could be wrong. But basically, if they, or maybe it was like if they didn't survive birth, I didn't put them on there, but I truthfully don't remember. And then I played around a little bit with giving her some skin details. I thought those were freckles, and I thought I had a lot more freckle overlays than I did. So I did end up adjusting that for her to have the freckles, just because I thought it was really cute. So right now you kind of see me playing around with it, and then I had to go back in and fix Catherine's, like, her trait. I didn't give her a full makeover because she was going to age up in 2 years, so the vibe is a little bit messy right here. And then this is just me editing the rest of the house. I did do this pretty quickly, but I did speed this up so that it wouldn't be a long video. But here I am just kind of making some bedrooms for the kids. I wind up pretty much moving almost everybody to the upstairs of the house, just because I feel like that would be a little bit more realistic. So here I am just making the house. I hated these windows, so I wind up just kind of using the same type of vibe for the whole thing, and then I make them a room and just kind of destroy the bottom stair one. I put the baby stuff in the inventory, I moved around the high chair, and then I kind of created a, like, sort of a kids room upstairs with like that what I had. So here's that. I'm just kind of trying to basically make those stairs to go up to the second floor. And like I said, eventually I do remodel the house, but there's a storyline for that later on. It's super adorable, and we will talk about it more once that happens. So I'm just creating a bedroom upstairs at this point for the parents, and then I made a bedroom for the kids. So I thought it was super adorable, and I was really excited because my thought process is that, you know, as they make this money, they're going to want to give their kids some more stuff, or to have the ability to have an actual home in this location. So here I am just getting everything updated. I add the birth pillows to the bed, and then I accidentally deleted the whole bassinet, but I'm just alt placing it at this point and putting the invisible bassinet thing. It does not work still, and I wound up deleting it. But this is the important part. So William has decided that he wants to make nectar or wine, however you want to call it. But so he makes himself a nectar making studio. I did run out of money. But yeah, so, and then I just rearranged the kitchen area and the living room area of the house, or sorry, the dining room and the living room area of the house. That way it was a little bit more flowy. And I put the doorway to the bathroom on the inside. I also changed out all of the windows because I absolutely hated the other ones with a burning passion. So I do end up making this room a little bit smaller, just because it seemed very, very large, and I didn't think that that makes sense. So, and then I just kind of added some windows to the upstairs area. I did the short window right there just because it was the stairs, and I felt like that would make more sense. But then I added some to the kitchen as well, and I ended up using the same, like, 4 windows throughout the entire house. This one was a challenge because I wanted to center the sink, but it's not a normal sink, so like it looks very silly. Yeah, so I wound up rearranging the kitchen a little bit in this part, and then I also run out of money anyway. But this is actually where I switch out all of the counters that I can for the horse ranch ones, because like I said, I hated these counters. Even when I put them in, I hated them. And at first I used a different sink, but I wound up switching it out for the horse ranch sink because it works out really, really well. But I haven't done that yet. It's actually quite a little bit before I do that, but just for right now, I'm getting the bedrooms updated in the house so that way we have a space for everybody. And I just thought it was cute and that they would want to, move up their stations in life. So William, of course, is going to be doing the wine or nectar while Cecilia raises the kids. It's now Friday, which is the day that Wyatt becomes an infant. And I am just kind of at this point working on Cecilia's needs. We did sell some dragon fruit for some extra money. And then I think these little baby print and birth certificates from the realistic home birth mod are so cute. And it works out so well because for me, I use them to decorate with. Like, I hang them up above the kids' beds. So here's me aging up little Wyatt. He is calm. And then I promptly get rid of the bassinet to hope that the other one works. And I put the crib out, but I only had room in the hallway for his bassinet. So, yeah. And then I realized that I forgot to put the wallpaper in the mom and dad's room or on the other side. So I went ahead and did that. And then I hung up the birth certificates and the baby prints for everybody. I didn't realize that I was missing some. So I think I ended up just duplicating them at a later time. Or maybe I do it now. Oh yeah, see, I just do it now. But yeah, so this is the weird part. I'm not sure if I didn't realize that I had 2 kids that I didn't have birth certificates for until I actually put it in there. And then I have baby Wyatt's that I put out. And yeah, so his birth certificate's now out. Everybody's on the wall. It's super adorable. Later on I'll do paintings, but I don't have a sim with a painting level of 10 yet, so I haven't done it yet. And poor Catherine feels neglected, so I wind up having them just spend time with her, and then I accidentally did something differently, but I have them fill their needs. Obviously they're all very, very sad about Brother Thomas dying. And it is almost Saturday, and that is the second to last day in 1304. Pretty much, other than Wyatt aging up and Thomas dying and Juliet aging up, makeovers, updating the house. I mean, it sounds like a lot. So I mean, there's pretty much that's all that happened this episode. And then. Look at baby Thomas. I feel so bad. If anything, this challenge will really make you just depressed. It's fun to do, but when you have to kill off infants and toddlers. So here we are, just kind of going through everyday life. It's almost Saturday at this point. Well, it is Saturday now, but so we just have Cecilia talking to little baby Juliet. And then this is where I rolled for Wyatt to become a toddler, and he does not survive his toddler role. And then I decided that I was going to do the thing where basically if a toddler does not survive their role, instead of pleading, you re-roll for them. And if they do not survive that role, then they truly die. So Wyatt did not survive his role, nor did he survive his second chance role. So unfortunately, Wyatt did pass away. So, yeah. So we no longer have a male heir. Well, in a few minutes, because we wind up having to get rid of baby Wyatt. But yeah, so his birthday is actually not until the next episode. I don't know why I kept rolling like super early, but I rolled for him early. His birthday's not till 13:05. So in the next episode he will be passing away, and I'll try not to roll that early in the future. I didn't even realize I was doing that, but it was because everything was all wacky with my spreadsheet versus the actual video and the recording. So now that it's mostly situated, I shouldn't have any other issues where they were that messy again, and if they are, I will try to fix it during the editing process so that it's not like, okay, now you have to keep up with who died in the next one and whose role was what. But I'll also try to remind you guys just in case for the next couple of episodes. So I've just got William making the wine so that he can age it and make some money for his little family that's growing. Basically he's got 2 children. And poor Wyatt. And this is when I put his birth and death date in. We're not doing so well with the boys in this family. And the best part is that girls only inherit through their husbands. So like, for example, our heir would be Catherine at this point because she's the eldest girl. Or basically I'm going to do it as the first daughter to get married. So that's the plan. So I just have Cecilia working in the garden. She's harvesting and weeding her dragon fruits. And it keeps asking her about prom. I really don't know how to remove the in-game events, but I wish I did. Because it's super annoying. Especially for like the craft fairs and the random fairs are really annoying. But yeah, so I've just got William working on nectar making, and he the goal is to fill up one of the storage things every year at least, so that way once we sell it all and it's like decently aged, or if it's aged finally, then we have some money. And I just got her selling the dragon fruits, which is turning out to be a pretty good moneymaker for us, actually. So she ends up doing that a little bit and just taking care of the kids. William is still working on his wine. He wanted to go outside. So I believe he like loves the outdoors, and every time you have that trait and you don't send them outside like every single day, they get upset. Then he decided he liked nectar making, and I said, well, that's great because you will be doing this for a long time. But yeah, so basically at this point I did decide that I was going to be giving Cecilia a small break with trying for babies, and here are more kids being born. I normally cut this out, but I did it pretty quickly this time. But so, and then I decided I was going to give Cecilia a break with having kids, just because I felt like with the trauma of having her babies start passing away more frequently, I didn't think she would be wanting to necessarily go and have more right away. I thought she would want to take some time, plus I wanted her body to be able to recover. Oh, look at the bunny outside. It's so cute. So I've just got him working on making some more nectar, and once we fill this up for the year, I don't believe I have him make any more after that for this year, but I don't remember, honestly. We're now on Sunday, which is the last day of the year. I guess technically the last 3 months of the year according to the rules, because according to the rules each day is 3 months. So we just have William continuing to work on the wine, and Cecilia's just kind of raising the kids. I actually sent her foraging to get her out of the house. And then I thought it would be a good idea to try to get him out of there. I don't know. Oh, I was trying to figure out how much nectar supplies we needed to fill one of the crates. So if you didn't know, you need 39 of each fruit to fill one crate of nectar in The Sims 4. But apparently I am having him make another set this year. But it's not Sunday. This would be considered like the last 3 months of 1304. As I was trying to explain earlier, the audio probably is a little choppy because my animals are menaces to society when I try to record stuff. So they like to do fun things like jump on the computer, especially one of them loves to jump on my PC tower and shut it off every time because I have a button on the top of it that I regret all the time having. So I actually had to record this voiceover twice. So if it's a little choppy or jerky, it's because I have a menace of a cat. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. We just have him working on nectar. It's almost 1305 at this point, and I do like to cut it off right at the end of the year just to try to keep these a little bit more organized. So Cecilia did bring some stuff back from foraging, and we are gonna have William just bathe and just kind of take it easy a little bit. He did make some nectar, and just kind of continuing that for this year. And we will see you in the next episode where we were going to be losing baby Wyatt, who failed his toddler role.